welcome back to the Frugal Homestead. I'm Missy, and today we are processing the last of our harvest of green beans for the year. So, I've already snapped them, washed them, and they're ready to be jarred. Let's get them in the jars. Okay, so I have my funnel in the first jar, and I'm just going to slowly dump them in until I get all my jars filled. You can pack them down in some, but you don't want to pack them down too much. Go. Green beans will keep up to 7 years canned. They never last that long here. Too many in that one. There we go. Okay, our next step is we're going to put in 1 teaspoon of canning salt. Do not use regular table salt. You have to use canning salt. You do not have to add salt to your green beans though. So if you're on a low sodium diet, this step is not necessary. This is just boiling water. You're going to fill your jars within 1 inch of the top with boiling water. Now you take a butter knife And you're just going to try to get all the air bubbles out of each jar. There. Now the jars are ready for the rings and lids. I boil my lids, even though it says that you don't have to now, I still do. When you are putting your rings on, make sure that you do not tighten them all the way, or your jars will bust. So you just want them just like that, just snug. These are ready for the canner. Let's get them put in. Okay, so I have about an inch and a half of water in the bottom of my pressure canner. That's what I do it with. You can put up to 7 quarts into mine. We have 6. When you put them in the canner, you want to try not to have the jars touching because you want them to heat evenly. Another important thing is you want to make for sure that you have cold water in here because processing times include heat up of that water. Most canners have a mark right there and a mark on the canner, so you just match those up to get the lid on easily. Now it's closed. This is the weight. If something was to happen and my canner was malfunctioning, it would blow this weight off rather than the whole thing blowing up. So there's no way it's going to blow up on you. This is the pressure valve. So once the steam builds in there, it'll pop this up, and then we will start looking for whenever it gets to 10 pounds on our meter. And then we're going to process these quarts 25 minutes at 10 pounds. So let's get it to heating. Okay, so as you can see, it's pressurized. The pressure valve is out, and our pounds, we're on 10 pounds. Now I'm going to decrease my heat down to medium high because I don't need it going all the way up, but it's okay for it to go higher than 10 pounds. Just do not let it fall below 10 pounds. If it falls below 10 pounds, you have to start your canning process over. So it's always okay if it goes higher, which in my canners and my stove, a lot of times it does stay a little bit higher, and that's okay. Just it cannot go below 10. Okay, so I've adjusted my heat. We're going to start our timer. $25 minutes. When our timer goes off, we're going to turn off our heat and let it sit until our pressure valve goes down on its own. We'll be back whenever that's done. Okay, so we've let these sit. It has depressurized. So now we can open up, take our green beans out, and let them finish cooling for 24 hours. As you can see, they're still cooking. Within a half an hour, you should start hearing the lids pop. And they should start sealing. You don't want to move your jars after you've set them out. Just leave them sit for the next 24 hours. Alrighty, and there you have it. That's pressure canning green beans. Thanks for joining us at the Frugal Homestead, and we hope to see you in the next one.